PA here, PPP, Paycheck Protection Program, unemployment, the stimulus checks. We're waiting, and I thought I would do a quick update, but hear me on this. There's a reason I'm doing this update. Okay, so it's nearing midnight on Saturday, October 17th. No false hope here, but there's action to be taken, but there's action to be taken by you, which in the body of this is what you can do. So tonight, the Secretary of the Treasury, as well as the Speaker of the House, had a conversation for about an hour and 15 minutes talking about the stimulus, some of the things that Pelosi was wanting. The Secretary of Treasury has seemed to basically agree to with some minor edits, which is not necessarily related to the stimulus, but things that Pelosi was wanting in it, Democrats are wanting in it. I'm sure it's good for America. Nonetheless, progress is moving forward. The Democrats will be convening amongst themselves the leadership tomorrow, Sunday, or the 18th, depending on when you're watching this. And then on Monday, the 19th, the Senate comes back from a recess, which is very important. So here's what's key going into next week, October 19th, the week of, is that the Senate Majority Leader, Mitch McConnell, has indicated that Tuesday they are going to vote on a smaller bill to bring in a standalone for the Paycheck Protection Program, the PPP, additional money. Not, even if you got the first PPP, this would be more PPP, is what I'm trying to describe here for you. And then on Wednesday, a standalone bill related to stimulus, checks, and unemployment. So what can you do about it? So in the body of this video, regardless of when you're watching this, is a link to the U.S. Senate and a link to the U.S. House. And I've specifically put the link to the page where you can find who your senator is. You probably know who they are, but more importantly, you're going to be able to find them and find a phone number. Same thing with your U.S. representative. We know that most states have lots of representatives, and some of those lines or districts can be a little funky trying to figure out who your U.S. representative is. So the link I've put in to the House website, you put in your zip code and it'll tell you who your representative is. So join me by getting those numbers ready and calling on Monday. 30-second call. Call them. Okay? You just leave a message. You're not asking for them. What you're going to say is, will you please relay a message to the senator that we need PPP, we need stimulus checks, and we need unemployment in our state. Please tell them to vote for the stimulus. If you have a U.S. representative number, which you can find, you say, please pass a message along to my representative that we need PPP, we need unemployment, and we need the stimulus checks. Please vote in favor of stimulus. That's simple. Your one call, most likely to a Senate office, most likely to a House of Representatives office, probably represents 1,000 constituents, because if one person takes time to make a call, that is sending a sentiment so strong that someone actually called, which, believe it or not, just doesn't happen as often as you may think. On the phone is going to be a very wonderful, most likely intern that is there to do just what it is that you called for, which is to hear the people, hear you, hear your voice. So we know that on November 3rd, we're going to be able to express our sentiment, meaning vote. We hope our voices will be heard through that. But your voices will be heard. So you can do it while you're driving. You can do it while you're in bed. You can do it on your lunch break. Doesn't require you to actually go to the voting booth on this one early next week. Even if you are doing okay right now, you surely know somebody that needs the stimulus. Call. So check it out. Join me on Monday as I'm going to call. So I'll have another video coming out to tell you a little bit further what I'm going to be doing. Check out my stories on my YouTube channel, as well as my community page on my YouTube channel on Monday, the 19th, and join me in calling. There'll be a time that we're going to pick together, or I'll pick and invite you to join me, where we're going to do this. All right, hey, don't you ever forget, you've never met anybody quite like you, and therefore you have a voice that they want to hear, so let them hear it on Monday. All right, hey, don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me.